Doyle is like somebody I probably call and talk to for like 2 hours about absolutely nothing. But Doyle is also one of the most creative people I know.
Like his creativeness, like the shit he be putting on t-shirts, how he do like his simple contemporary just shirts, you know what I'm saying? I admire everything about that.
And he stood out because it wasn't too many Asian guys hanging with all black people back in the 90s, you know what I mean?
They gon' sell you on a dream to check them on the first. They don't want your work.
Enemies is like that. Joey been doing this, you know what I'm saying? Before he had the brand, he was working in retail, you know, being a buyer, so he knows fashion, he knows what's next.
It wasn't something that seemed forced. He seemed very comfortable in the environment that he was in, and for that, he's always been a cool and loyal friend, so for that, he always has my loyalty.
Oh, you were there? So yeah, this is like a continuation of this.
Let me know if you need your size. What size you need? 2X? I got it in the back.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, I got these haters on my back. They just trying to take my stacks. Shorty to my right, she just wants.
Doyle Song is just another guy from around the way. I'm a person that represents a lot of facets of the DMV. And, you know, I really, just a person who's just trying to progress our community as a whole, where do things on a national level. Maybe I might not be the guy who gets there, but like, you know, maybe I'll inspire the kid who wants to be better than me.
Last time I said that shit the last time. This time I'm gonna learn. Yeah, this time I'm gonna grow. And I'll never make the same stupid mistakes I made before. But of course, lo and behold, here the fuck.
Pop-ups are important because basically that's the only way you're gonna get your product out to the market live and in person. There's no other way, really. Like the old days before people did pop-ups, you'd have to go get your clothes in the store, which was nearly impossible as well. So now that's like a direct-to-consumer kind of way you could just do your business. And I don't see how you're gonna do it without it. It's kind of essential.
I got the devil on my back, he always leading me astray. Yellow wheels in his eyes, said roll another J. Jam my schedule.
I believe like going forward, pop-ups will probably become less and less popular. And then we'll go back into a situation where people will have to go back into the store. That's why I've actually kind of changed my approach and gone to doing shop-in-shops like at back of house during mall hours or during like business hours, because we want to take retail back to retail and not have to associate it so much with like going shopping while you're at a party. You know, we want you to go shopping and then go to the party.
Kevin, then we're at back of house. Progressive, streetwear, menswear, contemporary, kind of focus on selling like a mix of brands.
We met at Up Against the Wall many, many years ago. I can't even recollect what year it was.
Doyle actually hated me in 2004 at Up Against the Wall.
And we hated him. And I'd get emails from him telling the company what to do, and we'd sit there and curse at him. Well, a lot of years later, like, I realized that like I admired that about him.
Then, you know, we found a common interest in making money. You know, like, say for instance, if I hit a market and then Doyle hits a separate market, we find a way to make it to where it makes sense together so we can tackle each other's market. I enjoy anything that someone's passionate about. So, you know, me seeing Doyle spend day and night creating items, you know, testing things out, I think that's why I'm so invested in it. You know, I see the hard work that goes behind it, and I think that it can make it.
What Doyle's doing is he's like, oh, okay, cool, like, this is selling, well, all right, well, you can't get this anymore. So I'm gonna make something different that you can get, you know, switch it up, yeah, shit like that.
I think that's where people don't pay attention. It's like logistics, you know. And I think people try to skip those steps, and that's why you see so many like brands hit its peak in DC and then they decline, rather than like, let's grow. Now we're not just DC, we're nationwide.
I was doing another brand called Unexpected. So I started the brand, and it wasn't going very well. And my investor, Nash, he was just like, I really like what you're doing, but like, our manufacturer stinks. Like, he's not making the clothes that you need. So I had to start thinking about what I was gonna do. Enemies Forever is, it's just like a statement. It's just like sincerity. Like I tell people all the time. It's like, it's personal.
Everybody feels like they have enemies, so it's not about them liking him. It's about them loving the brand and loving the meaning behind the brand. And I think that's something that he did that a lot of people don't really understand.
That's what I like about him, you know, and he's doing it the right way.
Isaiah and Michael Jordan never gonna like each other. Like, if I don't like you, I don't like you, and that's what it is.
Outside of that, he has a culture. He's trying to show his culture. He's not trying to be anything else but him.
Doyle will always wear enemies. You probably never see him with anything else on.
The original Enemies logo does not look like the OG logo, and I used to force myself to wear it because I was like, you're gonna wear this whether it's bad or not. If you want to wear better clothes, make better clothes. So at the end of the day, that's what it came to, and then I started making it.
I feel like here we can't have two people doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They always gotta say, oh, this one is doing it, and then they. But you know, so we wanted to clear that up, and so we was like, no, let's do a collab, let's do a pop-up shop together.
Definitely the dopest event was the Enemies versus, well, if we had to say hometown event, we'd go Enemies versus East. So I always had this idea in my head, even though we didn't fully do it, I wanted to do an event centered around boxing. And so when I say centered around boxing, I wanted to transform the space almost into a boxing gym. So how it was originally supposed to be, this is supposed to be a ring. Like, we supposed to make this out to be a ring. You supposed to have the heavy bags coming down.
During this time, I didn't have the best quality of stuff, and Doyle knew how to get me, you know, better clothes. So it worked out for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
So we wound up coming up with the East versus Enemy pop up, and I believe Malik came up with the boxing gloves on the wall, which came out to be dope.
Oh, versus thing, that was just marketing. You know what I'm saying? People want to see a fight, even though we ain't fight.
So it showed what unity can happen with a brand. So I think that, you know, I think that collab was good.
It was people that seen my brand that wasn't really like, oh, they just seen it, but once they knew I was rocking with Doyle, they was like, oh, I bet. And it was the same thing with his brand. You know, they was like, oh, we seen this in Shoe City. And now he doing a collab with him, like he official, you know what I'm saying? So it was just equally beneficial.
DC, a lot of us don't work together. So I think if anything, that'll show a young entrepreneur, yes, I can collab with someone, I can work with them. There was no drama, there was no stress, and they got something done.
Hopefully they can continue to do collabs, and hopefully more people can do collabs.
Middle fingers to the Lord, niggas catch a bullshit, and then I got one.
Check, mic check, 1, 2.
Well, this is Ryan right here. He's doing a documentary on me. This is also Matt.
How you doing, man? How's it going?
That's Chris. Y'all all gonna meet pretty soon, but they the ones documenting the whole thing. Jason over there in the cut, he trying to make some money, so we let him make some money right now. Well, we're moving to Ward 9. I have a good relationship with Jason, the owner, and we're making this move so we can have a place where everybody can just go 7 days a week to buy Enemies.
Ward 9 is a licensed sneaker and sportswear retailer for major brands like Nike, Jordan, Converse. Doyle, like many of the people that I meet in the store, was originally a customer.
I just started out, like, I used to go buy shoes from him all the time.
I had been lurking his social media and all the developments that he's had the past year, building Enemies Forever from basically the first t-shirt to now almost a full line of streetwear. Saw an opening in his schedule, I saw an opening in what he was trying to do for the area, and I thought that I could help facilitate.
He knew I knew what I was talking about. He knew the people I worked for and did business with. So it always paid off because, you know, we were always serious about what we were doing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I actually found out that he was manufacturing in downtown Silver Spring. So I just bounced an idea off him and said, hey, why don't you have a permanent space within my store and you get to showcase your product and your new ideas next to, you know, the biggest brands in sneakers.
We talked negotiated terms and said whatever, and then he was just basically like, yeah, I'll even paint your logo on the front of my store. And I just said, okay.
There's thousands of cars that travel up and down into DC, out of DC, into Silver Spring, out of Silver Spring. I said, what if they all saw enemies just plastered all across the front?
I just didn't think I could lose in that scenario.
So I'm super excited about Doyle coming and collaborating with the store. Right now, it's going to be the opening event for, you know, his collaboration with Chris Pirate specifically, and we're going to have the mural unveiling.
He conceptualized the whole design. He's going to come in on Monday and do it, but it's just going to be a great time. It's going to be a celebration. The DMV is winning, Maryland is winning, DC is winning. You know, all the people I grew up with, they're all happy for me. Like, we want to have a celebration where we're celebrating us.
I hope that it's an ongoing collaboration, that he can continue to launch new product, meet new people, and for the event to be a great success, I would love to see a shitload of people in the store.
We want to do real business, you know what I mean? And these are the ways that we solidify and legitimize ourselves in the business.
I was like, if I want to do anything in the city, let me start with Doyle here. He's dope, you know what I mean? I like what he's doing and I can vibe with it. It just, the timing worked out. He was just like, perfect time. I've been wanting to do something.
The idea was to combine the Enemies brand, Chris Pirate brand, and then also show that it's still a shoe store and stuff like that. Jason made that apparent.
Him rebranding and opening a flagship store in DC, in the DC area, within the metro system, period. You know, I think it's legendary, bro. I think the biggest thing it'll do for the area is inspire people.
All the flowers kind of drip down through the logo. A couple of them a little bit on the window, kind of how the 9 is, just to show that they're all coming down to the bottom. And at the bottom, you see, like, I'll do a bunch of like area specific shoes. You know what I mean? You know, you got the foam pod. There's things that will, like, they'll be life size. So when people are walking past them, it's almost like they're walking past shoes that are literally right there. If you all have any recommendations of things that help you sell, like the shoes that people are looking for, throw them my way, and I'll add them to the mix.
There's a lot of people who try to start something and they start and stop. I knew Doyle's not that guy because he's come up in the community. If he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it right. But that, just because I know it and we know it doesn't mean everybody knows that, you know what I mean? So like, I think it lets people know that this is like a brand that's here to stay, and I think because of that, now they'll be able to like say, all right, now let me get behind it.
Like, everything's set up, we just really got to execute. Execution is really going to make or break everything here. I just think even if we just go on our Rolodex and then we call everybody, and then it's like around your birthday, it's your homecoming too. Like, you coming back home to do the mural, you know, we got the whole. Yeah, Chris is a Virginia, actually Washington D.C. Virginia native.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can always play around with stuff, especially. That's why I figure.
This is not one of those like your friend's brand who just started stopping. And now that you know it's a DC staple, I think the support is going to go crazy.
Let's make it work. Okay, we'll see you this week then.
All right. Yeah, man. Excited
All
to
right.
meet you, man.
All right. Sweet.
In person, anyways.
All right, boss. No doubt, I'll holler at you, man.
Later.
Peace.
Right. Damn, I'm up hot. Wait, what you look like? Aye, shorty run away. Aye, yeah, she gon' bite. Aye, walk through the bank. Aye, yeah, I feel like I'm Hillary Swank. Nah, fuck Swank. Aye, kick flip over thanks. Aye, you a rapper but you talk. Aye, all my niggas got the chalk. All my niggas got the chalk. Ay, New Balance when I walk. Hop up, then I swear. Ay, why you on my nerve? Ay, something in my chest. X's and some O's. Can't give no X's, no O's. Walk through the bank.
I wouldn't know how to survive unless I failed. If I just went out and hit a home run out the gate every time, it'd be great. But like when the hard times came, I wouldn't really know how to deal unless I failed a bunch.
I paid for, said I knew I am able, laid it all out on the table.
I have a lot of concerns going forward. I mean, like how I'm going to financially make all this happen, how I'm going to be in all these places and maintain my independence throughout all of this. Like I don't want to really be locked down by having a store and be stuck there like 12 hours a day. I think got to figure all that kind of stuff out.
Ain't no better time than now. I got it all figured out, and I know this don't come for free.
Trying to just make enough money to make all this stuff happen, or gain the relationships to where I can just have everything taken care of so I can make sure everything will be a go.
Make me hunt you down, and you know that ain't good for me. This is what I aim for.
I would define success as like making money, getting out of all these little debts that we have, like manufacturing or legal fees or whatever we have, just all this built up debt and people we owe money to, and just pay everybody off and get to ground zero and then start making positive money, you know, and then just go from there.
Got it all figured out, and I know this don't.
How are you celebrating? I don't know, to be honest. I've already looked past that moment. Like business still goes on.
Fall back now.
Everything's not gonna happen overnight. I have to really put in the groundwork.
Get to this bag.
Really work really hard. There's really not any way that you can lose.
Here's a little story about a kid from the swampy. Lawrence and division bread, got it tatted on me. Raised by my auntie, mommy, they got me. But it's nothing like the love coming from the blocky. I don't feel nobody, I don't feel nobody. I'm like, who are you? I don't know, you're like Gotti. I don't feel nobody, I do this shit for Ali. The world wanna stop me, I don't feel nobody. Hey, call me white killer to the max. For the shine, I'ma go black. Black out on the project. Black out with the Rolex.
All I remember is when we used to be on Cumberland, everybody be like, shut up, Song, you don't know what you're talking about. I'd be like, Jafar! How are you? Oh, I was thinking about you the other day. I was standing with like artists, and they were like, I need all these legal services. And I was like, I think I'm a little worried that we didn't make enough clothes. But we'll see, to be honest.
Blood, sweat, tears, trap in a nigga. I don't feel nobody, I don't feel nobody. I'm like, who are you? I don't know, you're like Gotti.
Oh, business has been doing great. Like, we're growing every day. We're doing weekly drops. We have different events here and there. The more I invest, the more I reap. But we're trying to take it to new levels. Do entertainment, do parties, do pop-up shops, go out of town. A lot of different things.
And I don't really want to call it battle cry, because every time I catch your eye, my
Well, today we're doing the Georgia and Randolph shopping shop here at Ward 9, Enemies Forever store. Trying to provide new opportunities for different brands using our platform. Without these opportunities, there's no community or any kind of like growing culture.
The coffee that you showed me was amazing.
Well, consistency is actually the key. Like, you got to be able to be consistent, keep on coming with new stuff and new angles on everything, keep it fresh, and trying to keep your customer base, you know, enticed with what you have going on. If you don't do that, then you're just not going to reach too much success. All it matters how hard you want to work and what you want to put in.
Cool. Any last words?
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Said that I don't care.